Guys, it's May and I wanted to bring you another idea using the template that I showed you on Friday. Again, this template was created if you need it. This is a project that if you can draw ovals or if you have a way to cut ovals, you don't have to have this template. But if you'd like it, it's available. Now, I was at Michael's yesterday and I saw there is a magazine, and I cannot remember the name of the magazine to save my life because I was just killing time waiting on Vince to get back to pick me up, because that's how we do it. He drops me off and I go shop. But the magazine was like Card Making Magazine or Cards Magazine. I cannot remember. But there was a designer in that magazine who used Kraft cardstock on Kraft cardstock with one pop of color, and it was absolutely beautiful, and I want to try to do that today with this. So what I'm going to be using today, instead of the rabbit out of the hat, I'm just going to be using the rabbit and the bow tie because I think it'll be really cute, and I'll probably use a sentiment maybe too from here. So here's what I did. I showed you this on Friday, how I printed this on Kraft cardstock so that it wouldn't make the camera crazy, but here's what I did this time. I went ahead and used that template that I printed on Kraft and cut my pieces out. And then the ones I had to have two of, I just traced on some scraps of Kraft I had in my scrap box, and that way I didn't waste a whole bunch of paper. The cool thing about this design is these you can just flip over. They don't have to be a certain way because they're mostly ovals. So even though they're printed on the back side, once I cut them out, I can just flip them over and use them. So we're using Kraft cardstock with Kraft design. So let's get started. Now the only thing that I haven't cut out yet for my bunny is this bow. I thought I would cut it out real quick on camera. And I tell you what, I want to make sure that you understand. If you are interested in this template, it is available on my Etsy store. You can get it from the link below. Like I said, you do not have to get it that way. This is, they're very simple line drawings. A lot of you could probably just create this for yourself. It does come with some sentiments if you're interested in the digital stamps. So you do get some of those. And I'm just cutting around this little guy. I'm going to tell you, when I saw that picture in that magazine, I was enamored by it. I was like, that is the coolest idea, to use Kraft on Kraft. You guys might have seen that before. I'd never seen it. If you have that magazine where she did that, tell me who it is so I can give her credit. It was a card making magazine. She used Kraft, she used punches, like bunnies, baskets, and it was all done in Kraft paper. And she did them in kind of a repeat performance kind of way. It was really cute. So if you have it, let me know so I can give her credit. Okay, so now we have a bow tie. Here's our pieces we're going to need. I have one face. I have an inner ear, an outer ear, an inner ear, an outer ear, two eyeballs, teeth, and a face. Okay, now here's what's interesting. I'm doing everything in Kraft except one piece. And that's the nose. That's going to be the only color on my whole card front. The card base I'm going to use is Kraft also, and it is an A2 size card. And what we're going to do, I'm going to move this stuff out of the way for a second. I'm going to score this so that it opens at the bottom. It'll be a top fold card. So I need to score it at 5.5. Do that again. So we will fold that over. I'm going to use my bone folder and square it up. Okay, so there's our card base, and now I'm going to assemble the bunny. And to start the bunny, I'm going to start with face piece number 2, which, if you see, it's printed on the back side, but I just flipped it over. So I'm going to go to the back side of it. I'm going to put some adhesive at the top and along the bottom, because this is going to hold my eyes and my teeth. Now I am going to do a couple of things to my eyes and teeth before I put them on. The first thing is I'm going to put a line down the center of these teeth, and I'm going to use my white gel pen just to give them a little bit of definition as teeth. The second thing is, in my card on Friday, what I did was I colored these eyes in black. I'm going to do them in white, because I'm not wanting to add color. Okay, so there's our second eyeball. Now we can attach them to our face. And when you attach these eyes, you want to pull them down a little bit so that they overlap, so that the pupils go behind the nose slightly. And now my teeth. And there we have, his eyes look really funny. But if they don't look better when we get done, we'll fix them. They look kind of goofy. Okay, let's give him his nose. And that's the pink part. And I'm going to do that on dimensionals. Because I really want that to pop. Oh, he looks cute. I don't care if his eyes look a little silly. So there's his nose. I just love it. Now I'm going to work on his ears. Now I'm doing his ears all in Kraft. No pink inserts or anything. So I'm going to take my ears that I cut out. Add some adhesive. And put them here. We're playing with light and shadows with this one, using all this Kraft paper. The shadow is going to be what shows that we have extra pieces besides just the single pieces on. And now we will add them to this part of the head, or the face. Now it says to cut 2, but for what I'm doing today I didn't have to cut 2, and the reason is I'm going to have this flat on the card, so I don't need a backer for it. I'm going to bring the card over and place my ears so I know I have plenty of room for my face. And the ears will go here. Cute. Okay. Now let's put this guy on here. Now for my eyes, I told you that I colored them in the white pen. I didn't like the way the pupils looked, so I colored them in solid. I'm going to use this little black pen just to put a slight glisten, this marker. A little more like that. I like that better. Okay, now then I'm going to put this Kraft guy onto this piece of Kraft cardstock. But I'm going to pop him up on dimensions. To bring my card back over, pop Mr. Bunny up, just like so. And one thing I think I'm going to do, which I just thought of, I think my inner ears are a little flat, so I'm going to lift them up a little bit, just like so. And at the top, I'm going to add a couple of dimensionals. Just kind of in this top portion to kind of make them pop at the top to give us some of that, some height. Never be afraid to go back and make a change on a card if you're like, oh, I don't love how that looks. Just go back and make a little change. No biggie. I'll lay that down on there. That gives me a little more light and shadows there. I even like it kind of bent like that. That's kind of cute. I'll bend that other ear slightly bit. Just going to give them a little matching curve. So there's those. And then I'm going to add some little whiskers. Just whisker dots with my white pen. Just like that. And now it's time to put on our bow tie. And it's cute like this, but I'm going to bring it over like this, and I'm going to use the white again. I'm going to draw my lines in. And I think I'm going to do them in stitches. And I think I will stitch line around it as well. And I'm going to pop it up. Now, you could stop right here. Do you see how precious that is? All the light and the shadow playing with each other with one pop of color. You can stop right there. Now, if you wanted to, you could continue by doing dash lines all the way around the bunny. I'm going to do 2 different photos. I'm going to take a photo of it like this for you to see. Then I'm going to do the stitching line so you can see how it looks all stitched up as well. Guys, so here he is all stitched up. Look at the difference. He's very, very cute either way. Let me know which one you like best. I think that the stitching is really cute, but let's look at it in the photo. So this photo is him with no stitching, just playing with lights and shadows. It's pretty cool how it pops off the page. You would think it would be a lot flatter than it is, but it's not. And then this one is him with stitches. All stitched up. Notice I did stitching at the bottom and the top. I decided not to do the sides because I felt like it would box it in a little much. So there you go. Another way to use the template. And can you imagine this done with, say, flowers all in Kraft, but the centers pop with different colors? Or if you had punches that were a bunch of bunny rabbits and you could do a bunch of them in Kraft and one in a color. If you went into your cricket or your silhouette and you cut out a basket, and in that basket you put a whole bunch of Easter eggs, but one of them was in color, it would be so cute because that color just pops so much. Try that technique, Kraft and 1 pop of color. You got to be careful because if you do too much pop of color, you kind of lose the feel, but it's still beautiful to have color on Kraft. Imagine if this was blue or if these were pink, it would still be adorable. So play with this and see what you think. Let me know in the comments which is your favorite, stitched or not stitched, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.